I want to go to a bigger point when I look at this Golden State Warriors team. As I told you before the season began, that damn Kevin Durant ruined my season. I'm trying to tell you right now. The way Kevin Durant is flowing with this team and the way he's fitting in and the way they're coming together, how in God's name are they going to stop? And has anybody going to stop them?
In the last 21 finals, that's over 2 decades, Kobe, Tim Duncan, D. Wade, and Steph have been in 21 straight finals. And I'm not even counting LeBron. And you think Kevin Durant and LeBron, because they chose cities, are hurting the league?
These last 6 years are an anomaly. All right, you have to go back to the 70s for the last time that we saw a stretch like this where we didn't have even a repeat champion. That is not that you don't make a lot of money betting on things that never or almost never happen. Someone will emerge. Is that someone going to be Victor Wembanyama? Is that someone going to be Ant Edwards?
After watching this year's NBA Finals and seeing the true reaction to most people online, I've come to a real conclusion about the NBA. We were sold a humongous lie. The 2020s and this new era, it's officially proved it. The Boston Celtics just won the NBA Finals. And to touch on this series briefly because it wasn't really that competitive, Boston clearly had the much better team. Fans such as myself, I gotta be honest, we made the series way more about the 4 stars as opposed to the team that Boston actually has. And the difference, it was very evident. So yes, I was very, very wrong, and congrats to Boston. I'm happy for them. But on to a bigger topic. The Celtics, they're the 7th champions in the last 7 seasons. To add context, since the merger and even before that, that's never, ever, ever, ever happened. Like we're in unprecedented territory. The majority of people online and even my close friends and families, they typically have the same sentiment about the NBA right now and specifically the finals. Damn, it's fell off. Like what happened to the aura? The ratings for this year's finals, it dropped significantly from last year, which I thought going into this year's finals was a way better matchup. Now it's definitely more layers when it comes to the ratings topic. The display of the finals has significantly dropped by the year. The broadcasting is very lackluster and obviously the illegal streams. But the main problem to me, and you guys can disagree with me in the comments, it's very hard for the new NBA to sell parity. Historically speaking, that's never really been in demand. And even if you watch sports TV right now, you can see it. Let's not get it twisted. The NBA's popularity is heavily driven by the media, and the media now is very multifaceted. It's not just reporters and beat writers and TV and Chris Haynes and Stephen A. Smith. It's not just that now. Now it's social media. Now it's Instagram, Twitter, you and me. All of this brings traffic and revenue to the brand. So when you turn on your TV and you watch Stephen A. Smith and First Take and Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, whoever you're watching, and you see them talking about LeBron in the middle of the damn finals, a lot of that is because the NBA is in a very awkward stage. The NBA, as LeBron and Steph and KD now, as they age out, it doesn't really have that next guy. That player that warrants criticism, narratives, legacy talks, all that stuff that we looked at in the past. Like, bro, why are we having another MJ LeBron debate for the 5th straight segment? All of that drives the brand of the NBA. And for the people that's watching, that's diehard fans, that's probably loving the new NBA, obviously this is not for you. This is for the majority of watchers, casual viewers, wondering what happened to the mystique and the aura of the NBA. Well, this is it. Parity. Bro, for the first time in over 30 years, the finals or the conference finals didn't even feature an MVP. Yes, for this particular finals, we tried to make it about Kyrie versus Boston and his beef that he had with them for years. But once we realized off the rip, damn, Boston really does own Kyrie, and Kyrie really didn't play into the villain role, it died. Kyrie, for the most part, wanted to make peace, and then he played like shit. So the rivalry / aura that this finals allegedly had died very fast. So going back to what we thought we wanted 5 years ago when Kevin Durant allegedly ruined the league. Oh, I want different teams. Oh, I want small market teams to win championships. Oh, I want different faces. I want guys outside of LeBron, Steph, Kevin Durant. Okay, well, this is what it looks like. Not saying it's a good or a bad thing because, to be honest, like I've said, it's very unprecedented. We've never seen the NBA like this, but this is what it looks like. I remember in 2010 when LeBron joined Miami. Middle school me was losing my mind and I had no idea what I was talking about. Damn, now LeBron just ruined the league. Damn, now Miami's going to make and win all the finals. But looking back on it, what was the finals even looking like before LeBron joined Miami? It was no damn parity. It was never parity. The Lakers in Boston, they made the finals 2 out of the previous 3 seasons, and it should have been all 3 if Kevin Garnett didn't hurt his knee. So for me, and not even just me historically speaking, it's like we romanticized an era that never really existed. The 2010 finals with the Lakers versus Boston, it averaged the most viewers the finals had since the 04 finals that featured the Lakers and Kobe again. Even if you look at the slight parody era of the 2000s where basically the Lakers took a break from making the finals, nobody really watched like that. My point is, the parody argument that people used to act like they desperately wanted was all a lie. And obviously, again, I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about the majority. Historically, unless you're like in your 60s, you've probably never ever seen it to begin with. And now that it's here, a lot of people are complaining about it. Again, this is a very layered topic when we're talking about the ratings because a lot of different things contribute to that. But post the bubble, and I'm gonna just discount the bubble because obviously it was a bubble. The ratings, they have not looked the same at all. The funny part is, if you really look at the teams that won championships, they're all teams that we swore we wanted back then. Look at the last 4 NBA champions. All 4 of them are all teams that's very respectable champions. All 4 of them. You really can't dislike any of them. The Bucks in 2021, unless you're a Phoenix fan or a Brooklyn Nets fan, probably mad because Kyrie twisted his ankle or whatever, you really can't discredit that championship. They went through their hurdles. They had years of not winning, and Giannis is homegrown. The Warriors in 2022. Obviously, everybody loved that championship. Klay Thompson came back. Steph, Klay, Draymond, the big 3, they won their 4th championship and proved they didn't need Kevin Durant. So that was a very respectable champion. Last year, besides Mike Malone, who is very annoying, you really can't dislike Denver. They had multiple playoff droughts without Jamal Murray and MPJ, and Nikola Jokic is literally the biggest steal ever. And Jamal Murray and MPJ, they were drafted there. So again, you can't dislike them or discredit them as champions. They didn't cheat the system. And this year, with Tatum and Brown, people are trying to hate those dudes, but you really can't. They paid their dues and they finally broke through. The 2017 year was one of the most fun that I can actually remember, and it was very predictable. Everybody knew it was going to be Golden State versus Cleveland Part 3. When they played on Christmas and Kyrie hit that shot, it was crazy. When they played on MLK, it was always a major event, but it was still fun. That year's finals ended exactly like this year's. It was basically the exact same thing, a 5-game gentleman sweep. It was the same time off, a week off until the finals, and it ended the exact same way. But the viewership, it was damn near twice the amount of viewership back then than now. And yes, we can't analyze those numbers precisely because there are other factors that I have mentioned, but it does prove people are more interested in familiarity and toxicity. And lastly, to me, this is absolute proof that the parity argument was always a big ass lie. The most forgettable era of basketball is what decade? The 70s. Nobody talks about the 70s. Yes, I always have to add the context, and there were different factors that played into it. The finals was on tape delay, racial components, it was drug use, all that. But when you look at that era, nothing stands out. It was nobody's era, so it doesn't really get recognized. I believe it was like 8 different champions or something crazy like that, and those one-off championships don't really hold weight or signify dominance. People love dominance. If parity is so prevalent and so significant to the league, why is the 80s known as the golden era of the NBA when Magic and Larry accounted for 8 of the 10 championships of that decade? The 90s obviously had Michael Jordan win 6 of the 10 championships of that era, and the highest viewed championships ever was when Michael Jordan was in the reign of that dominance. Even if you go to the 2000s, all, and I mean all, of the highest rated finals of the 2000s all featured the Los Angeles Lakers with Kobe Bryant, all of them. People love seeing Kobe. People love hating Kobe. Kobe was a villain. Kobe was loved. All of that toxicity, again, drives the NBA. In the 2010s, it was like LeBron, he took that torch and he carried it beautifully. Then he ran into Golden State where they kind of coincided and they were fighting for it. And all that toxicity, again, drove the NBA. This is not the NFL where they can lose a Tom Brady, a Antonio Brown, Odell Beckham, whoever, and be just fine. The NBA is driven off of players, storylines, and narratives. And when it doesn't have that, it can feel empty and like it lacks a little bit of aura. In conclusion, I realized we were lied to. I think the parity argument and people wanting parity and people asking for it, it wasn't really real. If you guys like this video, I actually got sick and lost my voice completely for like a week. That's why you guys haven't heard from me. Even in this video, you probably can hear me kind of fighting for my life because I'm still getting through it, but I'm good now. Follow my social media sites, turn on post notifications, do all that great stuff, guys. And until next time, as always, stay tuned.